Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program RP-0. We are rejoining the crew of our Artemis mission here in orbit of the moon. They're about to make a correction burn to kind of circularize their orbit. We have completed the orbital contract by just basically hanging out for 2 whole days and doing a bunch of nothing. I'm sure they're doing sciencey things, or at least retired comedian John Oliver was trying to do sciencey things, but just cracking jokes about it instead. As you can see, he still has not, where is it? There it is, reset the experiment that he was supposed to do upwards of a week ago. So we're just going to light up our service propulsion system. This is a pretty quick burn. We're just going to adjust our apoapsis down to something that's a little more in line with the periapsis. A more circularized orbit is way easier to rendezvous with after a landing. And since we've got all these check marked things here, I figured it was worth making some adjustments to make things a little easier on our lander crew. And let's just, tap this button just a bit. I'm still 20 seconds out from the node, which that should have seen that one coming, right? Anyway, 58 by 74 isn't terrible. So now we just need to pick our landing site. Which I'm going to do here from the map view. Not, well, we can tuck that away. I do want to put away KSPedia and bring up landing guidance. I won't be actually using landing guidance, but this does have this handy thing here that tells me what the biomes are. Because if I want to get any actual quality science from this, ooh, Farside Basin. That is a nice long biome. So I think that's where we're going to target. It switches from Midlands to the Farside Basin right about here. That is my orbital direction, yeah? Okay. So as long as I land somewhere in this area, I think we'll be okay, which means really we need to get to work. We've got some, we need to get that, we need to get the lander crewed and booted and separated. It might have to wait in orbit, but I think we can handle this. So we're going to go ahead and first boot up the panels, and then I guess we should kick on the life support functions here. Yep. Electric charge. We can leave the Aerosine and N to 0 for later. Alright, very first thing, John Oliver. You need to go reset that experiment that you failed to do last time. This is why I think it might take an extra orbit, is because this is a fuel tank / life support tank. That is a fuel tank. I don't think it's fair to pass crew through fuel tanks, especially when their utilization is still up in like the 80 percentile. So to avoid being a cheater McCheaterson, I'm just going to EVA the crew. Yeah, this lander was not really the best design ever. Scientist John Oliver, restore? Nope. Oh, come on. Yep, yeah, there we go. Alright. Now, you may board your lander, good sir. I hope you're ready for this. Grab and board. The first comedian on the moon. Alright, and Yegor, we're going to need your piloty skills. I do believe this is your second moon landing, sir. So, if you could just nail it, that would be great. This lander is quite a bit heavier than the last one you flew. But I'm sure you can manage. You've been through some pretty sticky things, and we'll just ignore all of that messing up with the Shuriken shuttle that you've been doing lately. Alright, and yeah, comms are fired up, solar panels are fired up. Everything should still be topped off. Let's just go ahead and undock. There we go. Alright, and now we're going to need to fire up some... Yeah, I was going to say, please tell me y'all didn't dock. That's just silly. Alright, let's open up the descent stage. Back ourselves away. Bump, bump, bump. Alright. We will actually, oh yeah, let's unlock all of these things as well. Nope, come on, there you go. Alright. No, go away, docking autopilot, we're not using you. Alright, they have about a week's worth of life support, which is good, because they need to be on the moon for 2 days to fill the contract, and that gives us hopefully plenty of time to launch back and go rendezvous with poor Nina, who's just going to sit here and engineer things, as is her job title. Oh, I bet you... Oh, good, the landing mark is still there. So, I actually want to land somewhere in this area. That's my minimum mark. So we should probably go ahead and start to set up our deorbit maneuver. Wow, yeah, that's using next to no... Wow, okay. That looks good. Because then after that, if I set a maneuver, say, here, to get an estimation of how much delta V it's going to take to actually arrest and land. Alright, 17.4 meters per second. Our lunar module descent engine only has 3 ignitions, which worries me to great extent. So I will be using the thrusters, if I can actually point them in the correct direction, to make this deorbit maneuver. Here's hoping. And you see the runtime on our descent engine is about 15 minutes 37 seconds. And we will need all of it, because it takes that long to displace just 3,000 meters per second. So it is going to be rather inefficient. We're going to have to angle ourselves appropriately to counteract the long burn time. Alright, well, this is going to take some time. I'm glad we have 55 seconds before the node. Good day, Artemis. We'll see you in like 2 or 3 days. It's just a little business vacation. No big deal. You'll be fine. Everything is fine. Man, I hope we have an... well, we're not going to be generating any power. We're on the dark side of the moon. Dun, dun, dun. So hopefully... I actually never checked this thing for power generation stats. It does have a lot of battery, though. Oh, man, did I... No, the batteries are locked, so of course they're topped off. How much electric charge do we have here? 42844 out of 43200. That is a fairly significant drain. Oh, no. Maybe I need to rethink this. Okay. Looks like if we land over here, we'll have some sunlight. And that means we should have 2 continuous days of sunlight. Man, I would really hate to mission abort because they're running out of power, because I landed on the dark side of the moon. Well, seeing as how we're just going to go flying right past this node without any concern for anything, then, well, the further into the daylight side we get, maybe the better. Just verifying that all of my tanks are unlocked and burning evenly. Yeah. Good. Good. It's using a lot more fuel from that top tank than I anticipated, but we really do need the thrusters on the ascent portion to keep us level. They provide a lot more torque being way up there, as far as like turning and things. So actually, oh, SAS might help too. And time warp. Do. Alright, come on, you little bugger. Yeah, almost there. It's good enough, really. I don't... Alright, there's deorbiting. Let's come back to normal people speed. Alright, well, there's our impact. There's our node. So our node is in 28 minutes. I need to know how long it's going to take. Activate engine. And A. Bump, nothing? Okay. Well, our runtime is 15 minutes 32 seconds. That node puts us at an altitude of 23 kilometers. So I think if we start burning right when we're 15 minutes out, we won't land there. We'll probably land somewhere very close to the X. I guess if that's 28 minutes away, half of that would be about 15. I mean, roughly, give or take. To be here, I would put our landing site there. So you know what? Let's plan for the very obtuse end of the spectrum. Alright, oh, that's in 33 minutes and puts us at 13 kilometers altitude. So we're going to start the burn when the node is about 15 minutes out. That's really the best we can do, and the more we get into the lit side of the moon, the better off this mission will be, certainly. 22, 20... Okay. We're going to do it. Alright, Jaguar, put us to retrograde. I should have done that first. Oh man, this looks just craggy and terrible. Oh boy. Alright. Ullage. Ignition. And we're going to angle just above retrograde a little bit. That'll help buy us some time on our descent as far as not piling into things. And we are in the sun. So are we charging our batteries? Yes, we are. Awesome. This mission is a complete go. As long as we don't land someplace stupid and roll down a hill. I've had very bad luck with lunar landers ending up sideways, and I would like to sit here and tell you that it's of no fault of my own, but some of them were absolutely my fault. Alright, well, this looks like it's our actual final descent here. Easing back off the throttle, trying to get ourselves clear this hill that I would really rather not land on. So if we need to just bump the throttle up a little bit. This is only our first ignition, so I'm pretty pleased with things. So we're just gonna kind of balance here right on the engine. And just get ourselves onto this, what looks like a slightly flatter spot here on the moon's far side basin. And you know what, we should probably roll and get into the sun a bit there. Awesome. Okay, now then, correcting. Where's my retrograde vector? There we go. Let's go ahead and arrest this vertical speed. still a little bit over the hill. Dang it. We're just like on the very edge of it. So we've got 3 minutes of fuel left here in our descent stage, totaling about 960 meters per second. So I'm really not worried about being a little wasteful here. I may have over-engineered this lander just a tad. So if we can, we're still about 4 kilometers altitude. Current surface speed relative is about 30 meters per second. So I think we're almost clear. I don't want to shut the engine down. We're just too low for that. And like I said, we've got tons of fuel to burn. So not exactly concerned about it. I would just much rather land on something that's relatively flat so that we don't tip over. Although the likelihood of us doing that with this is a lot less because we're using actual landing gear instead of repurposed aircraft landing gear. Like we did the last 2 moon landings, because we hadn't invented landing gear yet. That proved to be very interesting. So, alright, good. Our rate of descent is increasing. I'm okay with that. Moon's far side basin. We've never been here before. I did collect some science from low over Moon's far side basin on our way in. Don't think that's going to be particularly profitable, but it's something, so it always helps. Alright, so we're just going to kind of let this fall a little bit. I'm going to try to find where the balance is as far as letting us descend but not picking up too much speed. Yeah, 2 minutes 50 seconds burn time remaining in these tanks. I think we're going to be just fine. This is probably the least, well, other than dodging that ridiculous hill, this has been the least stressful moon landing ever. Don't jinx it. Now I've jinxed it. Now I'm just going to pay attention just enough. Come on, back on the retrograde vector. Alright, we are decelerating. Current altitude 1.5 kilometers. We can get rid of that so it doesn't distract me anymore. Current altitude 1.2 kilometers, speed 17, 16. Well, fairly good rate of descent there. We're going to try to ease that in a little bit. Okay, we're down to 10 kilometers rate of descent, or 10 meters per second. Wow, was I saying kilometers that whole time? Okay, well, good for me. Okay, current altitude, 1 kilometer. Speed, 7.7 meters per second. Not kilometers. Wow. We're, our rate of descent is slowly decreasing. Down to 6.5, 800 meters. Oh boy. It is, as far as us having plenty of margin and possibly not being on a hill, this still makes me really nervous. Just like docking. Okay. 600 meters. Taking it nice and slow, Yegor, huh? Don't want to rattle the cage of John Oliver, do you? This would be a perfect time to pull a nice prank on him. Oh no, what's that engine failure light mean? Alright. 500 meters. I think we're well within crash tolerance on our engine. Our rate of descent is slowing to about 5 meters per second. Four meters per second. 400 meters. Come off the throttle just a little bit. Oh, not so much that we start accelerating. Alright, come on Yegor, just hold it right on the retrograde vector. If you could just keep us coming straight down, that would be the most beneficial. Rate of descent 3.7 meters per second, 3.6. So let's hold it right around there. We're getting into the bottom end of the throttle ability on this engine. This descent engine will go down to about 10%. Oh, yeah, and we started picking up speed again. 300 meters. Where's the shadow? Should be back there somewhere. There we go. $200 meters. $150. Oh, please don't let this turn out to be a hill or whatever the hell is that shadow thing going on. I think that's a artifact of the exhaust from Real Plume. Maybe? Man, I hope so, because the weird things that lighting does here on the moon. Alright, 100 meters. Where'd our shadow go? There it is, okay. I guess I just had to clear the hill. $60 meters. Easy, Igor. Easy. $10 meters. Contact. Shutdown. Sliding down the hill. And we're stopped. Panels are in the sun. Are we charging? Oh no, this moon contract says I have to be in the Midlands. Why didn't I read? Oh no. Oh, stay in school, kids. God, motherfucker. Well, I'm going to science the crap out of this biome. And probably going to have to land another ship on the moon. That only has to be crewed by a single Kerbal, so maybe I will do a brief redesign of this lunar lander. Make something that's a little, I don't know, TWR-y. Either way, John Oliver's got to get out and collect some science experiments. So we're going to, well, first let's observe bio. There's a couple here that we didn't store because they couldn't be run in space, like our seismic scan. Log seismic, 80 science, not bad. What else was it that we couldn't run? Record impact data. Not even biome specific on the surface. That is horrible. Keep anything that says review data we're not going to rerun because I would like to get those experiments out. And that is going to be John Oliver's job. Collect laser data. Yeah, 24 science, that's not bad. We'll keep that. And our hydrogen data. Yeah, another 24, not bad. Alright, John Oliver. I guess we'll give you a ladder to work with. For no real good reason. EVA. Now, first thing you're going to do is collect all this science, take data, and take an EVA report, which doesn't matter, so no, we won't. And then store experiments, good job. And what brilliant engineer thought to put all these experiments here so that you can just collect them. Take. Oh yeah, not biome specific, even on the surface. Take data. Take data. Take data. Collect data. Remove. Restore, because why not? Thunk. Oh, I hope you can reach that. Oh, of all the things I should have checked. He really is quite happy. Alright, let's let you get a picture. Why not? That's a good one, right? Da-da-da-da, scientist John Oliver doing his thing. Okay, sorry, I'm toggling here with some buttons. That was not what I wanted to do. There we go. I hope that worked. Anyway, you should probably bring your menu back up, take a surface sample. That's 160 science. I guess we'll let you plant the flag, but you've got a few other things you need to collect first. I'm glad you're very happy with yourself, John Oliver. Can you reach it? Can you reach it? Can you reach it? No? Uh-oh. That's a problem. Okay. Collect. No more samples can be collected. Oh. Take data. Take data. Gotcha. Alright. Put your jetpack away. You know, well, you're going to need it again in a second, probably to get back in the lander here. I'm so mad I have to be at a specific biome, especially because it's one that I've already been to. That makes me kind of upset. Even more so that I just didn't read it. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Good job. Nice. Jumping ladder awesomeness. Alright. And there's a bunch of science experiments added. Even better. Now we do have to rerun some things here. Namely, telemetry report. We have no contact, so we just get to keep stuff. So I'm going to be doing some resciencing and maybe some flag planting and some photo ops while these guys kind of hang out. Yeah. Other than Biome Midlands, I really wonder how far we are from the Midlands. Although I think it's a good bit, and it's a lot more than 320 meters per second for both ascent and descent is going to buy us. Although we do have 2 ignitions on that lander engine. I just don't think it's going to happen. So, dang it, looks like I'm going to be coming back to the moon. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And I will see all of you in the next one. So, until then, see you later.